Welcome to Law of Attraction Odyssey, Episode 5. This is Mike, and I'm here today for make a new episode of Law of Attraction Odyssey. This episode is going to be called Easy Ways to Know That You Are Your Higher Self Right Now. The basis of what I want to talk about today is that just how simple it is to identify as your higher self in every moment. I want to talk about how easy it is to simply allow yourself to be exactly who you are and to stop fighting with ideas about what you want to be, who you shouldn't be, and just things that fighting with making things try to happen in a certain way. Easy ways to know that you are your higher self. I want to talk first about the easiest way of all to know yourself as your higher self is to stop trying to be your higher self a certain way. Far too many people come up with these fantasies that knowing that you are your higher self means this lofty spiritual visionary experience of seeing angels and rising to different realms and all this, but I'm here to explain a radically different pathway to knowing that you are your higher self, and that means just simply allowing yourself to be the love of your higher self right now. And this is a really powerful practice I've been doing lately, and it's so simple. That's why it's so powerful. And I wanted to share it about in the Law of Attraction Odyssey, because as I've said before in the series, you have to learn to create as your higher self, not as your small self that wants certain things in order to be happy, because that's just an ego trip. So the easiest way to know that you are your higher self is to know that right now that your consciousness is completely, utterly unconditioned in any way. That's why all the teachings point to the present moment. And stop worrying about the past and imagining the future. Because the present moment, your consciousness right now, is completely, utterly unconditioned. Meaning that you as your higher self identify with absolutely nothing except for the spaciousness of your consciousness, of your spirit, of your awareness. And whenever we just keep filling up our identity structure with ideas, past creations, fantasies about what we want, what we think should be happening, but it's not, that creates this distance from that pure, uncreated, unconditioned consciousness. My favorite term for that is the great no thing, the great nothing. Also, the term I love is the void of nothing. That is void of nothing. And it's a magical space. It's like a primordial ocean of consciousness where there is just pure consciousness. There's no ideas about what's real and what's not real. There's just unconditioned consciousness perceiving. And that can be seen in a very masculine way when people go overboard and just try to immerse themselves in the present moment endlessly. And I wanted to talk about balancing that with the feminine counterpart, which is there's a beautiful symmetry that I love that has to do with how the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then 3, 6, and 9 manifest through the tree of life in the flower of life pattern. And in the great no thing, the seed within that, which the great no thing is 0 and 1 at the top of the tree of life. And then the seed within it is the Trinity. And the magic of the Trinity is that it is the beginning of the all that is. And so whenever you allow yourself to identify as the nothingness of your spirit, without any conditioned ideas about who you are, what you should be in any way, in that spaciousness, in that void, what arises from nothing is everything. And that's the great koan of the Creator, and how masculine and feminine energy manifests all of existence. Is within the great nothing is all that is. So whenever you rest in the complete emptiness of your consciousness, your higher self, which you can also think of as the one I am, that what arises is this all-consuming, this all-encompassing sense of love, just oceanic divine love, and not romantic love, or not just human ideas of love, but love as in an energy of self-recognition as your own consciousness manifesting all that is. And to me, that is just the Holy Grail of being able to know you are your higher self in every moment, because that sense of indescribable love that arises in the great nothing, in the silence of your consciousness, is the love of everything, and that's what you are. I love the practice of realizing that whenever you feel an emotion of joy or compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, or just any of the infinite expressions of love, the part of you that feels love, that is your higher self. That's the unconditioned part of you, the silent observer. And that part of you, when it manifests into reality, like the very first thing that it expresses itself as is the all-consuming love of the all that is, which is everything. That's what divine love is. It's self-recognition of yourself and everything. And that is an extremely direct path to know that you are your higher self in every moment. And whenever you just plant your identity and your knowing of who you are in that great no thing, the truly amazing thing is that in every present moment, your concept of who you are, what you are, is transformed perpetually. In every moment, it's recreated. And that's the magic of not defining yourself through creations around you or fearful ideas within your mind, is that being able to recreate your consciousness in every moment. That's what it means to be your higher self. And whenever you recreate your consciousness in that way, you're constantly recreating within you an awareness that you are one with the all that is. As the great no thing of your being, all that is what you are. And that's why you feel a self-recognition when you see beautiful things that are your own reflection around you. And that is a really, really powerful way to know that you're your higher self. To know that you are your higher self very easily. And that's just like rocket fuel to be able to harness the law of attraction and align with the will of your higher self, so you can create the life that you want to live from the inside out by manifesting your infinite divine worth within you, so that can reflect around you. Because you don't need things to happen a certain way to be happy. You just need to realize how holy you already are. Take responsibility for who you are as a holy creation of the divine, and ground your consciousness into the great no thing. And then every moment's brand new. Every moment you're filled with the love of all that is. And that is the ground that all creation happens on. Another way of thinking of the great no thing is like the primordial soil, where the seeds of creation take root and germinate into seedlings, and then into trees, and then create more seeds. And I hope that this has been my intention for this was to just share a very direct way to align to your higher self right now, and to just help demonstrate how easy it is. It's not complicated. You don't have to figure it out. It's not something to figure out. It's what you are right now. If you're trying to figure it out, you're pushing it away and saying you're still separate. You got to figure it out. No, just allow your higher self to be who you are right now, and know that in the great no thing, there's nothing to figure out. You're exactly who you are. You're one with all that is. So if you wanted to master the law of attraction and you're already one with all that is, then that's a good place to start, because you don't even have to try and figure out how to manifest certain things, because you're already one with all of it. All of the things that you think you wanted and needed to be happy, that sense of wholeness and completion is already there in the all that is. So when you identify as that, you can create whatever you want, and it doesn't have to happen the way you want it to. And that's the freedom of knowing that you are your higher self right now. And that is what I wanted to share today with the lake here. This is a very special spot down by the water, away from the trail. I don't think many people know about this spot. It opens up with moss and bushes right by the water. And I hope that this video brought you a sense of greater alignment with your higher self. And I thank you for watching. And with love from the infinite, this has been Mike. Goodbye.